Hello, we are now going to do some Python programming, and we are using these activities here. First activity, write a program that asks the user how old they are. If they're old enough to vote, we must tell them, and then the program must also tell the user how many years it is until they can retire, or if they can retire already. So what are the inputs? We want the age. And from there, it's quite simple. So we get the age equals input statement, how old are you, question mark. And then we're converting that to an integer using int, because we want to do some comparisons with our age. We want to use them in sort of calculation down below to see how many years they have to retire. So if we do that, we need to have our input as an integer. Luckily it's not a decimal point number, it's an integer. So we ask the question, if age is less than 18, then we display with the print statement, you may not vote. Otherwise we will display that you may vote. So that is quite easy. If the age is less than 65, we have to tell them you cannot retire yet. Well, assuming 18 is the age and 65 are the correct ages, but you don't need to worry about that as long as your logic is correct. So if the age is less than 65, we're going to display that you cannot retire yet, and then we calculate how many years to retire using this variable called years, and that would be 65 minus age, and then we display that you have so many years to retire. Otherwise we tell them you can retire, because if it's less than 65, it'll be 65 and over. Now take note of the syntax, the if statement with a colon and then indenting what happens in that particular condition, else with a colon and then indenting if the else part happens. And here we have the same thing. If the age is less than 65, we're indenting these 3 lines because we're going to tell them that they cannot retire yet, and we will calculate the years to retire, and we will display how many years to retire. In the else part over here, if they are 65 and over, we will display that they can retire, and take note of the indentation there. And that is the most complicated section. So we will stop that and run another video for the next activity.